evening, I'm Mr. Wertz, and I teach math and computer science here at VHS. Ned Denton is a man of many talents. He's an athlete, a musician, and a scholar. I've had the pleasure of being Ned's teacher for the past 3 years in computer science and mathematics classes. In his freshman year, Ned impressed me with how quickly he wielded his intellect to solve sophisticated computer programming problems. In his sophomore year, Ned became the first 10th grader at VHS to score a 4 or 5 on the AP Computer Science exam. Although we don't have any banners hung in the gym for computer science records, upon Ned's graduation, we will be hoisting his pocket protector in the Room 10 computer lab. I'm just kidding. He really doesn't have a pocket protector. I think he doesn't know that. And a month ago, Ned led a team of his classmates in the NJIT programming competition. This was Ned's second year participating in the NJIT programming competition, a competition of 35 or 40 high schools from around the state and a few from outside the state. After getting off the bus, we arrived at the competition and sat down at our table for some breakfast. As you might imagine, you find some pretty unique characters at a computer programming competition. Bergen Catholic tried to intimidate us with their team uniforms. Really. But Ned and the Verona team did not win. See, Ned is a very competitive guy. We left for the computer lab to get our software tools set up, and then we came back for lunch before the competition started. When we came back, we found that the Glenridge team was sitting at our table. It was a Goldilocks and the Three Bears moment. Ned turned to me and said, "Mr. Wertz, Glenridge jacked our table. Now it's personal." At the end of the competition, Ned and his teammates were awarded honorable mention, having finished behind only 3 teams: Milburn, the Freehold Regional High School's Computer Science Academy, and Phillips Exeter Academy, who had flown to the competition from New Hampshire, and whose programming team once included a student named Mark Zuckerberg, who went on to found a company called Facebook. Finishing behind only 2 New Jersey teams really puts Ned's talents and potential in perspective. He's that good. Mr. Cease, as a result of the success of Ned and his team, the Hillbilly Hackers, we have put together some uniforms designs for next year, and we'd like to work in the budget. This year, I've also had Ned as a student in AP Calculus BC, and he's achieved the same level of excellence as he had there as he has in computer science. He has proven to me that he has the ability to study mathematics and computer science at the highest levels when he moves on to college. But unlike many other athletes, Ned is also a fantastic artist. In fact, recently he formed a band with a few fellow classmates called the Brothers. I think there's another one, at least another one on stage. They will be playing at the Montclair Tea Shop called Insanity this Saturday at 8:30 p.m. Cover charge is $3. If you bring a signed copy of Ned's Honor Society Induction program, cover charge is $2.75. I personally look forward to being Ned's teacher once again as he enters his senior year. Ned, be proud of all your accomplishments and hard work as we are. It is my honor to induct Edward Ned Denton into the National Honor Society. The world of pop music has its Sting, Bono, Madonna, and Rihanna. The world of sports has its Ronaldo, Ichiro, LeBron, and now Tebow, who happens to be sitting in the back row tonight. Let's give Verona's newest resident a hand. Or that's just Mr. Galchek. According to the dictionary, a mononym is a person famous enough to be known only by one name. Among our United States presidents have been Ike, W, Teddy, and the Giver. VHS doesn't have many anonymous students, but I will be inducting one tonight, the Glacier. Also known as Russell Glick, also known by most of his friends and fellow students simply as Glick. Russell Glick is one of our school's top math and science students. I had the pleasure of teaching Russell for the past 3 years in computer science and mathematics classes here at VHS. In his freshman and sophomore years, he learned how to program incredibly quickly and demonstrated a marvelous capacity for thinking through difficult programming challenges and solving them. As a mathematics student this year, Russell has impressed me with his tenacity in learning calculus. When he's encountered a hard-to-understand concept or idea, he will not rest until he has made every last nuance a part of his quantitative vocabulary. Russell is also a very hard worker. Sometimes he's such a hard worker that I find him doing his AP chemistry homework in my AP calculus class. I checked with Dr. Webhead, the AP chemistry teacher, who tells me that he does his Spanish homework in AP chemistry. So I checked with his Spanish teacher, Senior Carrillo, who tells me he does his AP US history homework while in Spanish. So I finally went to Mr. Morrow to teach his AP history. He tells me that Russell does his AP calculus homework while in AP US history. This is what I like to call a circle of Blake. All the homework gets done somewhere, somehow, but only Russell knows how. Russell is indeed one of our most diligent and hard-working students at VHS, and that's why we're here to honor him tonight. He's well-known and well-respected by his classmates and teammates. A few have commented, "Did you ever notice that Glick is everywhere?" It's true. It seems like every time you turn a corner at VHS, he's there, discussing an assignment with a teacher, collaborating with some fellow students on classwork, studying for the next test, or preparing for the next DACA competition. He's never absent from school. Coaches call that hustle. He's ever present, he's ubiquitous. In fact, he's so familiar and omnipresent to his fellow students that I've resorted to incorporating him into many calculus lessons to explain difficult concepts. My students might have trouble with problems like a particle travels along the x-axis with velocity v, but they seem to have an easy time with problems like Glick travels along the science hallway with velocity v. We've come up with a complete calculus of Glick. Our class knows that Glick times Glick is Glick squared, and that the limit as Glick approaches infinity of 1 divided by Glick is 0. In terms of academic achievement, Glick is indeed approaching infinity. Russell, we're very proud of all your hard work and your accomplishments here at VHS. It's my honor to induct Russell Glick into the National Honor Society. First met Torsten Folden in web design class his freshman year, and has since been his teacher in computer science his sophomore year, and in AP Calculus BC and AP Computer Science his senior year. In the computer science classes in which I taught Torsten,